I ended the book and I said, did anybody die that night? That is how wild of a journey it is. The same year, of course, as the moon landing, an entire psychological operation. And you just go, what is real? What is not real? I don't know. If you have not read that book, you should read it. And I became even more obsessed with learning everything that I could about the 60s and the military grade MKUltra program that our government employed in place after JFK was shot, right? Actually putting journalists on payroll to control our minds. If you are new here, you absolutely must read that book. You have to understand how this thing works. This is why I put together my book club, because it's so much that you just start to wonder what is real, what is fake. Are we actually living in a simulation? How could I have believed all of these things about people on the basis of what I read in the media? Because they gave you some sort of an authority, right? They present themselves as some sort of a authority, or if they have expertise in this area that they fact check. And I think post-COVID, we're all ready to digest that these are psychological operations. Courtney at that time, Courtney Love, told me so much information in January of this year. It was like she basically wrote me a novel. I couldn't process it. It was information overload. And if she had sent that to anybody but me, someone would have looked at this information and said, oh, this is just crazy. She's crazy. Truly, she's obviously insane, because people that are outside of the Hollywood matrix cannot grasp or comprehend what goes on inside of it. It's spiritually so offensive that we go, there's no way all of this can be going on. And then you join my book club and you read Hollywood Babylon, and you're like, oh, this is actually how the system was built in Hollywood. It was built off of this stuff. So while I personally did not understand the nature of what goes on inside of Hollywood, I did start to understand it after everything happened with Ye, okay? I saw it up close, and even I thought Ye was crazy, or like having I was being hysterical when he turned around to me in my house and he said, when all that was going down and Adidas was canceling him and Gap was canceling him, he was like, are you an op too? Are you an op too? And I was like, what on earth are you talking about? Until I fully came to realize what he meant. It started with that book Chaos, and I've just done so much research since. Now I fully understand what he was saying when he was asking me that question, if I was also an op, right? Everything then happened to me in 2024, and I am certain that Charlie was also going through that process as well, where you start to realize there are literally psychological operatives in your life.